High in the eastern Himalayas lies a small kingdom where nature and spirituality exist side by side. Bhutan is known for its rich cultural traditions and its deep respect for the natural world. More than 70% of the country remains under forest cover. These vast landscapes provide a sanctuary for some of the world's most remarkable wildlife. Among them is the tiger, a powerful and elusive predator that moves quietly through Bhutan's forests.
Bhutan holds 30% of world's wild cat species, home to over 100 tigers today. I believe it's not by accident. For me, it's also the contribution of deep cultural and spiritual respect for nature that predates modern conservation. Tigers even hold a sacred place in Buddhist heritage. But that connection is fading. So therefore, Druk Nyo Foundation and Marwell Wildlife project brings culture and science together. So traditional wisdom helps protect wildlife and nature for generations to come.
나른일이 우리 왕 만바 차이나 고발도 쏙고 딱지 디케르진 낙사
로라 주니 유비긴 나래 심진 따디 들어 땅아치라 로라 장슈집에 되베 샤비스 주니라
In Bhutan, the tiger is more than a wild animal. It carries deep cultural and spiritual meaning, representing courage and balance. Here, ancient wisdom and modern science are beginning to meet. Together, they offer a unique path toward protecting one of nature's most iconic species.
람솔당 델레 체리 조다 냠송기 개족돼서 대다 십설변에게 탑람 가데베다가 대안의 소리들이 대안의 베버들로 대 마치 간줄날레데 랑신데 당당 델레 진진 학버도양 델 진진 다다 지역이 델로주 레샤 텐디 유스니.
So what connects tiger conservation with the teachings of Buddhism? Across Bhutan, art, scriptures and traditions carry stories that reflect a deep understanding of the natural world. In this documentary, we explore how Buddhist philosophy, cultural practices, and modern conservation efforts are coming together to shape the future of tiger protection.
지당 지로 코르추니데 지당 사다기 데치인스 샤기 벼진 데샤 따조스 로 둑님보 누기 잠마보 장기 주베세 보스 다네시 다네비치니 다네날레 뜻당바 데샤 커투기 따자우디 뜻다 남네스미 저 장부집에 대비샤비 인스슈니다 침기 고즘집에 들베스로 숨의 코 집처럼 숨이 디나도니레 셈제기 따기 숨니기 남네스미 가처럼 침날레 주시집 다장집으로 가처럼 베드르베스로 디날레 고할레 온고니디 디순제디 셈제 따베샤샤비 인스
담보랍디기 생고는 쏙고사지기 막 쏙비기 막 용모르고세 비강본능이 제조산 제가 아우양 고네지 신케닝 고네 좀더 걸통모두고 지니지 주고 고네 좀 반이 고네 왕 뒤비 강본 딱상 정세 쏙보 딱지 부한기 진 향왕이 있거나 예리기 빠르게 쏙비 오서를 캐지 낙사 정원세 나원이 진짜지 죽통지 진 우시강보에는 이 체녀의 왕도 두중 단단 차대 저걸 메고자 불납시시 오서고니 맞좀도 정물이 얘기 보세요
랍산주나 메모 오지는 무지기 랍산 지나에 아니 딱다 야디 테니도 델랭아시 균이 뱀마가르기 랍산에 고이고라 따약세 고기 골라디 데다다 야디 버진 팔레즈 셰메속이 마저기 이 짐도 내가 모습 메섬니기 아니 이 숭죽 베니기 댐도 아니 베니기 같이 수지 메스는 거라.
For centuries, the tiger has appeared in Bhutanese art and spiritual teachings. Its image can be found in sacred paintings, ancient texts, and temple walls throughout the country. These depictions are a unique artistic expression. They carry symbolic meaning that reflects the relationship between humans and nature.
Simchinta di the injinje gume galera ne bera yi cheda dana na same sikudu su denola te ngaji gable be de bere debrein shudola the simchinta di simchinta me gale kholo sin thadira sin madoji tango bala tele kholo chu dagara ne mola siche processi bere simje nale madoji bere tango be the ani bedolo asichi rangi simgira judo table asichi 소나 마르치로 오멜 디디너니레 다 셈진다디 같이 룽데기 하임 베신날레 데랑기 겐다 버체 가치라 베루 딩기 좀 부스가라 독종세 셈진다디 가게 아니메라 디도 시슈돌라.
In Buddhist tradition, the tiger often represents strength, projection, and the powerful forces of the natural world. Through these images, spiritual teachings remind us that all forms of life are interconnected. Humans, animals, forests, and mountains all exist within the same shared world. Monasteries across Bhutan are sacred places of worship and revered centers of learning, cultural preservation, and community life. Buddhist teachings emphasize compassion and non-violence toward all forms of life. These values influence how communities interact with forests and wildlife. Historically, some rituals used animal parts, but today, many monasteries are moving towards symbolic alternatives. Sacred mantras, ritual objects, and artistic representations now replace materials that once came from wildlife. This reflects a growing awareness that spiritual practice and environmental conservation can work hand in hand.
ngachara chuma dane di lende jumde diso hamago bebe tansu simchi mas beira dembe to lo tima ngachara chu disu da chugi gowa disu ta lejumbe lenbe wongale te simchi sochi benelu ta choda gewa imbale tendigi be kebo damba disugi ta simchi gi tagi zungnin su dishinale ta dilu tenga tab jingi labdigi be tane be zodik be ane tab yinsi tane benedigi ta simchi ta disu mas bedigi be sumzoilo disumbe simchi ta sedigi be te juba da chewala suba lulu chamala suba da disugi namba kane meba yobo zunyinji bedrbe shurtiki ta penlabdi jachimbu dusi shuni.
Bhutanese culture has long been guided by principles of living in harmony with nature. Traditional farming practices respect the land and its natural cycles. Communities depend on forests for water, food, and spiritual well-being. Festivals also reflect this connection. During sacred mask dances performed in monasteries and zongs, powerful animal figures come to life. Among them is the tiger. Through music, movement, and storytelling, these performances celebrate the strength and spirit of the animal. At the same time, they remind communities of their responsibility to protect the natural world. Despite Bhutan's strong conservation record, challenges remain.
One problem that I find is that all of that cultural knowledge, the belief, the practices, the stories that helped conservation succeed, has never really been documented or integrated into modern conservation science. Modern conservation leans heavily on technology and law enforcement. Is it important? Yes, 100%, but not enough on its own to reconnect people with nature.
Across Asia, tiger populations have declined due to habitat loss, poaching, and expanding human activity. Bhutan has become one of the last strongholds for wild tigers.
Understanding the science of tiger is important. This will help us to know where they are, how their population is doing, their recruitment rate, the survival rate, mortality, use of habitat and habitat status, etc. Based on such knowledge, we can design science-based conservation action plans for effective protection and conservation. In addition to the scientific efforts for conservation, using cultural values, traditional knowledge, and spiritual faith, it complements science to achieve better conservation outcome.
Protecting them requires cooperation between government agencies, conservation organizations, and local communities.
The importance of tigers in Bhutan, and particularly their depictions and the importance within Buddhism especially, really highlight some of the ways in which we can enhance their conservation by engaging spiritual and monastic leaders. This project has completed phase one, which is really to understand more about the way in which tigers are depicted in Buddhism and rediscover some of the lost narratives and the importance that tigers have. And the next stage, which is going to be vitally important, is to then bring those new findings within Buddhism to build a greater understanding and build values with the communities that are coexisting with tigers today.
Science now plays an important role in understanding tiger movements, habitats, and population health.
There are lots of similarities in science, Buddhist principles, beliefs, and culture on the importance of conserving species like tiger. For instance, in science, tigers are considered as an umbrella species, meaning that their presence is an indicator of a healthy ecosystem. Similarly, in Buddhist beliefs and culture, it is considered that if there is a presence of tiger in a locality or a landscape, it's a sign of prosperity and healthy valley. I strongly believe that these two complement each other very well. Therefore, I feel that if we can integrate science and cultural beliefs and faith, the synergistic outcome will be even more promising for conservation.
As Bhutan looks toward the future, it continues to balance development with environmental responsibility. One example is the vision for Gellifu Mindfulness City, inspired by Buddhist principles where the city's design includes wildlife corridors that allows animals to move safely across landscapes. These corridors help ensure that tigers and other wildlife remain connected to their natural habitats. This approach reflects Bhutan's belief that progress should never come at the cost of nature. In Bhutan, the tiger is more than a symbol of the wild. It not only represents balance and strength, but also the enduring relationship between people and the natural world. Through ancient wisdom, cultural traditions, and modern science, Bhutan is showing that conservation can be guided by both knowledge and values, Buddhism and science. In the quiet forests of the Himalayas, the presence of the tiger remains a reminder that protecting nature is a shared responsibility and a promise that future generations may continue to hear its roar.